from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, March 30th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Former Luzerne County President Judge Michael Conahan will sue others who were involved in the infamous Kids for Cash scandal. His attorney, Ray Wendelowski, filed a writ Tuesday, which states Conahan intends to file suit against former attorneys Robert Powell and Jill Moran. The Powell Law Group, WCAT Incorporated, which is a firm that started but never finished a housing project in Mountaintop, Cheryl Minzenko of Sugarloaf, and an unidentified woman. The writ does not give details of the suit, but it does state the parties engaged in a fraud and civil conspiracy against Conahan. Powell was arrested in 2009 for paying $770,000 in kickbacks to Conahan and former Judge Mark Chivarella. He served 18 months in prison and now lives in Palm Beach, Florida. The former judges convicted on racketeering charges are serving long prison sentences. An old idea is back on the table again. The Wilkes-Barre Area School Board is again talking about consolidating all three high schools into one. Last night, the board got a look at a Department of Education report on school district finances. It shows a deficit that leaves a $10 million hole in the 2016-17 and grows to $18 million in 2021. That prompted talk of a central high school. The board has already approved a plan to merge Coughlin and Myers, but adding GAR into the mix would reduce staffing levels and allow the district to eliminate jobs. The school board approved a $114.8 million budget in June, which hiked property taxes. The idea of a central high school has floated around for many years and was last seriously considered about 6 years ago. When the dust settled from voter registration, Republicans made big gains in Pennsylvania. 128,000 voters have switched parties to Republican this year. Of that number, 85,000 of them are former Democrats. In addition, the GOP also picked up 55,500 first-time registrants. That's 183,000 new Republicans in Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, Democrats picked up 85,500 people who switched parties to Democrat. While the net is a big pickup for Republicans, the GOP remains the minority party in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has roughly 3 million registered Republicans and 4 million registered Democrats. Another 676,000 are registered as unaffiliated or third party and are unable to vote in Pennsylvania's closed primary. A Tamaqua man was charged Monday with drug possession and burglary. 32-year-old Albert Shaw allegedly broke into several row homes on Cottage Avenue around 9:30 a.m. A neighbor told police that she approached Shaw, but he fled the scene on a bicycle. He was apprehended nearly 10 minutes later. They found marijuana, crystal meth, a digital scale, and over $300 in his backpack. He was charged with manufacture, delivery, or possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, use or possession of drug paraphernalia, and 3 counts each of burglary and criminal trespassing. He was arraigned by Magisterial District Judge Stephen Bayer and now taken to prison for lack of 10% of $50,000 bail. In recognition of National Vietnam Veterans Day this week, WYLN will be replaying the 1-hour special Vietnam Remembrance and Healing. The special will air this Sunday, April 3rd at 3:30 in the afternoon. The show, hosted by Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, retired, a 3-tour Iraq-Afghanistan combat veteran and wounded warrior. Olson will take the audience through a history of the war, including notable battles, the unique dynamics on the home front during the war, and the geopolitical effects to this day. Once again, Vietnam Remembrance and Healing. It airs on Sunday, April 3rd from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. directly following Warrior Summit Outdoors here on WYLN. Still trying to find the perfect job? The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce is hoping to help with a job fair tomorrow, March 31st. The job fair will take place from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Genetti's in Hazel Township. There are 66 employers expected to take part, offering an array of job opportunities to those interested. Today we spoke with Vice President of Marketing Leanne Falabelle about tomorrow's big event.
Everything from industry, industrial jobs, manufacturing jobs, a lot of jobs in the healthcare field, administration jobs, management, account executives. I mean, really everything. This is the most that we've ever had, so we're very excited about that. And so there's certainly job opportunities available. We actually do a program for everybody that attends the job fair, which will have all the jobs listed by all the businesses that are going to be there. So everybody will get that once they come in, and that'll give them a really good idea of all the businesses that they want to visit and the different job opportunities that are available.
The Chamber is asking that everyone who is planning to attend the job fair come prepared. Falabella says the event like this is something that those in the area can benefit from.
You don't have to pre-register or anything. The event is free, open to the public. You just come on down anytime between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. right at Genetti's in Hazelton, and the businesses will be there.
For more information on what employers will be at tomorrow's job fair, you can log on to hazeltonchamber.org. Again, the Greater Hazelton Chamber Job Fair will take place tomorrow, March 31st from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Genetti's in Hazel Township. WYLN is pleased to announce that we will be hosting a live primary Republican debate for the 17th Congressional District. Currently, Congressman Matt Cartwright holds that seat in Washington, but his seat is up. Republicans Matt Connolly and Glenn Geisinger will go head-to-head in the debate to claim the spot on the Republican ticket. The debate will be live here on WYLN Monday, April 18th from 7 to 8 p.m. Topic A host Gary Perna will moderate, and host of WYLN's The Storm, Tiffany Cloud, will be amongst the panelists asking questions. The winner of this April 26th primary will face off against Cartwright and the general election this November. Stay tuned to WYLN for more details on this upcoming debate. Time now for our first look at our forecast. More sunshine today, but it's looking at the 7-day forecast. It may not be too much longer until we see some rain. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, how much rain can our area expect over the next few days?
Well, it's going to be in the form of a showery type of precipitation, but we're going to be dealing with some rainfall at least over an extended period of 2 or so days, and then we're going to be bringing in some colder weather. But before that, some mild weather to talk about. No travel problems out there if you have to do any traveling. Weather-related things looking good as we head into this evening. Here's the next weather maker out toward the west, and that's really going to impact our weather once it comes through our area, because behind it, it's going to bring in some much colder air. It's not going to be feeling like spring whatsoever. There's a look at the 24-hour high temperatures. These are going to be nice compared to what we're going to be looking at in the 7-day forecast. It is going to be well below where we should be for this time of year for daytime high temperatures. Temperatures now, though, not doing too bad, but with the winds, still a little bit gusty out there from time to time, so it's making it feel a little bit chillier out there. 54 now in New Angola, 59 in Berwick, 54 in Monoy City, and 59 degrees in Bloomsburg. I'll talk about that 7-day forecast, some showers and some cold temperatures all coming your way in just a bit. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, Schuylkill County officially opened its Children and Family Services Center this afternoon in Pottsville. We'll also hear from a woman who went through the system herself. Plus, the Great PA Cleanup is almost underway, and find out how you can help out. Coming up, stay tuned. More news is coming your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk, and Sports with Eric DeBerardinis.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
Today was the official grand opening of the Schuylkill County Children and Youth Services Center in Pottsville. WYLN was there as the ribbon was cut by a young lady who was placed in her forever home thanks to the help of their services. At just a few months old, Maggie Mascarenas was placed with Children and Youth of Schuylkill County. When she was 22 months old, John and Linda Mascarenas took her into their home as a foster child. Over 25 years, the Mascarenases, who had 2 boys of their own, took in 20 to 25 children. When Maggie turned 6, they adopted her and another girl who became her older sister. The Mascarenases were told when Maggie was young that she would never walk, drive, or graduate high school. Today, as she cut the ribbon to the brand new Schuylkill County Children and Youth Center, she is a college graduate working as a teacher in a pre-K program and working towards her master's degree.
I was here when I was 8 months old. The call was made from my oldest sister that something was wrong, and because she made that call, Children and Youth came into my life. Up until age 6, they were a big part in getting me a forever family. And then at age 6, I was adopted, and from there on, they stayed in my life and made sure that every milestone and every challenge I was facing, that I knew that my Children and Youth family was still there for me.
County Commissioner George Halkovich said there was a good reason when they decided to give Maggie the honor.
We were really excited that Maggie was the one that was going to be cutting the ribbon. There's so many more success stories than there are problem stories about what happens in children and youth, and she just exemplifies what goes on. In fact, one of the great stories about Maggie is that on her birthday, she actually gets books and gives them to young children that are in the program. So she's actually giving back on her own birthday. So it was not about the political figures that were here. It was about the real people. It was about our employees. It was about the people that we serve in the county, because they're the most important people in this whole story.
Opening this new facility has been 5 to 6 years in the making. The renovations were made possible with the help of a $500,000 grant from the state, and the rest of the money needed to finish it came from the county.
We started out 30, 40 years ago with 35 employees in Children and Youth, and now we're up to over 100 employees. So essentially the Children and Youth Department was cramped for space, and we needed new space, and the reason we're over 100 employees is because of new rules and regulations established by the state, and the response time and everything else associated with it. So as everyone knows, Children and Youth is a very critical service that we provide here in Schuylkill County, and we need to give them the tools to do their job.
To this day, Maggie's mother and father are grateful for Children and Youth and the services they provided for their daughter.
It's been a blessing in our life. Somebody said, how can you adopt children at that age? And we're like, how could you not? I mean, just they gave us so much joy. Not us giving to them, but them giving to us.
The caseworkers here are just absolutely fantastic. They really care about these kids. And some of the judges are great too. But Maggie had a lot of obstacles, but we didn't let it hold her back. We told her she could do whatever she wanted, and she's proven that. Today is a prime example.
Maggie says what the county did for her growing up, she cannot repay, but she can tell you how it changed her life and how it can change yours.
Don't give up, because there are kids out there that need you. And I'm one of those cases. If I wouldn't have been adopted, I would not be where I'm at today, and I know that. I would probably not even be able to drive. I wouldn't have vision. I wouldn't be doing anything I can do. And it's all because of Children and Youth and them fighting so hard to get me into a family.
For more information on Schuylkill County Children and Youth or how you can become a foster parent, you can call 570-628-1050. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus a look at this year's Great PA Cleanup. Stay tuned, more news including sports is coming your way only on WYLN.
If you're not in danger and you see a crime, text 274-637, 274-637, 274-637. Send your tip, take it off the street. Text 274-637. Send your tip, take it off the street. No one will know your identity.
Now helping to solve or prevent the crime is just a text away. Text My Tips to the word crimes and let the law help you.
Mary's dress sweet, like a vision she dances.
On April 23rd, the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton will present the B Street Band, the original Bruce Springsteen tribute band, at 7:30. Nearly 5,500 performances and 34 years later, the B Street Band is still the hardest working tribute band on the circuit. Tickets are on sale now at the locations on your screen. The B Street Band, April 23rd at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Well, we still got some of these wind gusts that we've been contending with across our area, and unfortunately we're going to have to deal with some more wind in our weather, and we have to deal with some rain, and then following the rain we're going to have to deal with some much colder temperatures to contend with. Onto the graphic for the day, and you know, for the most part this is what we're going to be experiencing across our area as we start going into the next couple of days. We're going to have to be dealing with some much colder weather across northeastern and central Pennsylvania, and as we deal with that cold weather, we're just going to have to bundle up, turn up the heat across our area, because it is going to be very cold as we progress through the next couple of days. And we're going to be looking at that Arctic front once it starts coming through, and once it does, boy, I tell you what, you're going to notice a big difference in the air mass. But until we get to that, it's going to continue to remain relatively mild as we go into tomorrow. It's going to continue to stay mild, and then even as we go into the following day, pretty much to the ending part of this week. And then after that, that is when we're going to start to see a big change in our weather across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. And again, this first week of April, this is what we've been dealing with, this cold weather, and this cold weather is going to kind of stick around for a while. But you know what? Enjoy the milder temperatures that we continue to have. We'll have tomorrow and through the ending part of the week, because after that, like I said, it's going to be kind of cold. Temperatures well below average, even as we go into next week. Just about all of next week, it will continue to be very chilly, but temperatures 50s and 60s as we start going into our Thursday, and as we start going into our Friday. Going to feel pretty good out there. But then after that, going into the weekend, heading into next week, it is going to be downright cold. Skycast precipitation and clouds. There you can see some of the showers that will start to move into our area. And again, it's not going to be a complete washout, but once all of that rain clears as we progress through our Friday night, that is when it's going to start bringing in some much colder air. And that cold weather is going to stick around, like I said, pretty much the entire week next week. Just some clouds across the extreme northeast right now, but really nothing to get too excited about. Extended forecast looking like this, and what we can expect over the next couple of days. 62 for tomorrow and Friday. It's going to be windy out there with some showers around, some scattered showers for Saturday, 47. And then how about temperatures only in the 30s as we go into the second part of the weekend and as we go into next week. Daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the pick 261, the pick 3 777, and the pick 4 0895. Taking a look at the pick 5 numbers, 00032, and the treasure hunt numbers 8, 10, 18, 20, and 27. Stick around. We'll continue to have a lot more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
There's only one Hazleton-based television station that reaches voters across the entire region. WYLN-TV, the best political talk with extensive programming options. WYLN-TV, your stop for political talk.
It's that time of the year for volunteers in our area to roll up their sleeves and clean up the neighborhoods. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on the story and how you can help.
The Great American Cleanup of Pennsylvania takes place next month. Today, an informational session was held at the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce for the municipalities who will take part in the cleanup.
Our municipalities, if it weren't for them, there would be no one to clean up all of the garbage once our volunteers are finished cleaning up the roadways. So they're very, very important to us, and we couldn't pull off this volunteer cleanup effort without their help. So we're very, very thankful for them.
Chamber members are urging residents to become involved in this year's event.
We're still seeking volunteers for our Great PA cleanup. So if you've got a group who's interested in cleaning up an area, and if you drive around our area, you can see there is a big litter problem. So get a group together. Maybe you've got a church group, a school group, just a group of friends who are interested in taking care of your area, making a difference. You can download an application from our chamber website. You can email me here at the chamber office, give me a call. I'll be happy to send you a form. The date is April 23rd. Get a group together, go pick up some litter, make a difference in your area, and help us with our cleanup.
West Hazleton Mayor Frank Schmidt was one of the original members who started the Great American Cleanup in our area. This will be his 34th year out in the field.
Well, for years I covered the Beltway, and then I was changed over to 924. This year I'm going to be on 93 from Diamond Avenue all the way down to 15th Street. Everybody should really throw their trash in the trash cans and everything. Don't throw it out the windows. Keep it in your car. When you get home, put it in the waste paper basket.
The City of Hazleton, Hazel Township, West Hazleton, Butler, and Black Creek Townships will be assisting the Chamber and PennDOT. If you are looking to save the date, the Great American Cleanup of Pennsylvania takes place on Saturday, April 23rd, rain or shine. You could sign up by contacting the Chamber at 570-455-1509 or Julie Ferry at jferry@hazletonchamber.org. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned. WYLN has strong ties to the community and is committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hands Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazleton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants to Spare Hill climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. WYLN, we're your local network.
This is Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, and on the next Warrior Summit Outdoors, I take over 20 veterans on the deer hunt of a lifetime. A property hunted for the first time in 15 years. That's right, 15 years. But don't worry, kids, none of Santa's reindeer were there. Well, and after we harvested some huge bucks, we cooked up the harvest and enjoyed a holiday feast with veterans and family while we reflected on being home for the holidays and sharing the importance of supporting our homeless veterans. That's all on the next Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Another midweek tilt for Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and the opportunity to at least temporarily reclaim first place in the Atlantic Division with Hershey off on Tuesday. We go to the highlights. Baby Penguins matching up versus Springfield, who they're 4-1 against this season. They do a great job on the penalty kill early. Tristan Jarry sending it away. Don't blink on this next one. I did, and Dustin Jeffrey quickly converts off the Falcons' turnover for the first tally of the night. Here, Springfield attacking, and there's not really much reaction until the ref comes into the picture. That is a goal. Dominic Mendardo able to sneak it in, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Next, a nice sequence for the home team. Dominic Simone, the initial misfire, but he doesn't miss a second time. The feed from Jeffrey, and the Pens up 2-1 after one. They hang on for a 4-3 victory, and with that take a 1-point lead over the Bears for first place in the division with one more game played. This weekend, 2 more home games for the Pens, hosting Bridgeport on Friday and Portland on Saturday. For some schools, their basketball seasons have been over for about 6 weeks. For others, the more recent sting of playoff losses. Well, on Friday, a select group of the Wyoming Valley Conference's best players will be featured one more time under one roof. The Dr. George P. Moses All-Star Senior Classic will be held at Holy Redeemer High School, with the girls' All-Star game at 6:30 and the boys' game at 8. The matchups will turn typical rivals into teammates.
Get to play with kids and coach kids who you've scouted against, who you're trying to stop them. Now they want you, I want them to shoot like lights out and have some fun, but usually it's a great bonding for the kids.
I mean, it's going to be a lot different from playing in our regular varsity season, but I think that's the fun part of it. We all get to play together and sort of integrate and see how well we do with each other.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of friendly competition going back and forth with each other. And of course the teammates. I know most of them, or played with them before, with the AAU, travel basketball. It'll be fun to go out there.
Very familiar with everybody on our team, but like you said, on the other team, some of them kids I didn't get to see. We didn't play against them, so it'll be fun to see them.
The outcome may carry some bragging rights, but ultimately the games are a fun opportunity to don a basketball uniform or t-shirt one more time. And it's for a great cause. In its 47-year history, the Moses Classic has raised over $1 million for local agencies, service organizations, and families with medical needs. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbaczyk is in with a final look at the forecast.
Mary's dress waves like a vacancy dances.
On April 23rd, the Alice Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton will present the B Street Band, the original Bruce Springsteen tribute band, at 7:30. Nearly 5,500 performances, and 34 years later, the B Street Band is still the hardest working tribute band on the circuit. Tickets are on sale now at the locations on your screen. The B Street Band, April 23rd at the Alice Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Pennsylvania Pipeline Music TV features performances and interviews with the best musicians from all over, showcasing their original music and sharing their stories. Watch Pennsylvania Pipeline Music TV Thursdays at 8, Sundays at 9 on WYLN TV 35.
Well, we're going to be bringing in some more rain showers over the next couple of days as we go into tomorrow for our Thursday, and then even as we go into our Friday, and then after that, we bring in some much colder air. It's not even going to feel like spring across our area. It's going to feel, well, you be the judge yourself. How about 30s for daytime high temperatures? Some of those overnight lows dropping down into the 20s. It's going to be also windy as we go into tomorrow and Friday. It'll be in the 60s. At least it'll be mild. We won't be feeling like it's in the 60s. Got some of the showers around, and then colder air to follow. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. There you can see the numbers for yourself for April.
Well, hopefully,
it's no joke.
If you had the opportunity to go outside today, you went outside, because doesn't look like it's going to be tonight.
Low 60s upcoming, but a little windy. But then those 30s not welcoming them in April.
Well, we've had it before. We'll have it again, I'm sure.
All right. Well, hopefully those fields stay dry.
So far we've been pretty good. Those baseball, softball seasons starting where you're wearing probably the long sleeves under the uniforms, and hopefully that goes away soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, and hopefully that April showers will bring those May flowers that we talked about yesterday. I don't know if it will.
Some frost on them.
Oh, good. Let's just keep adding to it. Thanks, Joe. Have a good night.